Okay, now what I did is I went and cut me a little piece of wood, or actually you can get this is only about 1/4 inch thick, and it's gonna make, see, it's gonna make his little suitcase for him, okay? A little satchel case for him, all right? Okay, either way. All right, now this is about 1/4 inch thick. It's about 7/8 inch long. It's about 1/2 inch wide. So quarter inch, and if it's a little bit too thick, then you can just sand it down a little bit. But 7/8 inch long, 1/2 inch wide. Okay? Okay. And that's going to be his little satchel case for him, suitcase, as we might say. Not suitcase, but little satchel and everything. Okay. Now, what I have is some wire. I have a wire. Sorry. Let me get some of it. You can buy this at Hobby Lobby. It's a real thin wire that you can use. And you can get it at Hobby Lobby. And I mean, this stuff is thin. You can get some real thin wire at Hobby Lobby, but this stuff is really thin. It works great for my my thing. So I'm just going to cut me a little piece of it. Okay. Now what I do in this situation, before I put it on the little guy, is I take I have some real small drill bits. I have my Fordham here. I'm using my Dremel here. I have some real small bits that I can use on it to drill holes. Let me find one here. There's one. There it is, I was looking for. Look at that. See how small that is? You can get these for the Dremels. And I put it in there, and I take my piece of 1/4 inch, and I drill a hole on each side of it, just like this. Okay, drill one there, over here. I drill one there. Okay. Okay, now they're big enough. Grab the wire. It's really tiny. Hard to grab sometimes. And I take the wire. Now what's it's going to be sticking here like this, and it's going to stick in this side like this. Okay? Just like that. But what I have to do first is I have to super glue this one here. So I'm going to take my super glue. I'm going to just put a little bit on this here, right here, and I'm going to stick it in there, and I'm going to let it dry. Okay? Let it dry first. Now while we're letting that dry, I'm going to go ahead and take this tiny thing, and I'm going to come back here, I'm going to start, and I'm going to drill a hole in his hand. I'm going to drill on this side, okay? I'm going to come around the front. I'm going to drill on this side. You don't have to go all the way through. You can just drill on both sides, and then okay. Now, what you do is you just, let me see, I'm going to have to, all right. Now, what we want to do is also, we want to go ahead and drill, excuse me, we want to go ahead and put some super glue on this side, and we're going to put this here like this, okay? I'm going to stick this in here, and we're going to have that like that, okay? Now, of course, that's too big, but I'll show you what we're going to do. Once that dries a little bit, I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay. Now we're going to take our thing and we're going to cut it. Okay? And we're actually going to come back this far and we're going to cut it about right there. Now, you can drill all the way through and just put it all the way through, but I'm going to, what I do is I take this, move this over. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it though, but I'm going to stick it through here. Get this out of the way. I'm going to stick it through there, and I'm going to cut this off right here. Actually, you can cut that stuff with basically cut it with all right. Cut a little bit more off. And that just fits in there like that, in other words. Okay. And we're going to come up a little bit. Oh. So we've got this side basically with the suit glaze, and now we have to cut off on this side and do the same thing. We're going to bend that. We're going to cut that probably about right there. And we're going to bend that like this. Over, let's see, let me take the thing and bend it. So this is going to, I'm going to pull this back a little bit. This one's going to fit in here. Whoop, I dropped it, I'm sorry. My eyes are not the best in the world. I'm going to go ahead and fit this in here like this. And then we're going to fit this in here. I need my needle nose, I really do. That's what I usually do them with. I'm trying to show you. And I'll just bend this. Hold on. I have to keep dropping it. Let me go ahead and just try to bend that the way I want it to. Like I said, usually I have needle nose pliers, and that's here. Let me try to see if I can bend it with this one. I don't want to cut it. I have needle nose pliers. Here we go. Something very similar to that. And do that. Come in here with this one and bring this one down here like this and slip it inside the hand. Oop. I don't know why. Let me see. Here we go. I know I could have drilled it all the way through and probably been a lot easier. You can just drill it all the way through. There we go, just like this. Now it's in there, and then bend it up like that, and there you go. Okay, move that a little bit closer. Usually I have my needle nose, and those needle nose are fantastic to work with the wire as you bend it. In other words, there we go. Bend that down there like that. Okay, there we go. There we go, see? And take your super glue, put some in there, put some in there, and you've got your suitcase. See? Now, it's better probably just to drill it all the way through and then just stick them in there like that, in other words. I don't know. Like I said, I usually have my needle nose with me, and when I have my needle nose with me, then I can just bend the wire and everything like that. And you have the tools, and actually this type of wire is so thin that you don't have to really cut it with a pair of pliers. You can cut it with just a pair of scissors because it's so thin. I mean, it is really, really thin. And that'll glue, that'll dry, and you've got your little suitcase, just like that. Now you can buy this wire at Hobby Lobby, and you can buy this, actually you buy this 1/4 inch material, wood, at Hobby Lobby. Not balsa wood, but you can buy the basswood, or actually they even have the little plywood that's like a 1/4 inch or something like that. And if it's too thick for your character, just get it and sand it down a little bit. That's all. Now I want to tell you something. You can say what you want to, but a rotary tool is a fine tool to have, and it is excellent for this kind of work, to drill the little holes and things like that. I know a lot of you have different ways that you can drill your holes and small holes. Now, also, let's use it again to go ahead and put a hole there where our cigarette or cigar is going to go. But there's our little deal, and that's how you do it. That's how you put it in there. Okay? All right. And we'll continue. I'll put the little cigarette in there, or cigar, and we'll come back and finish him up.